Aqua. Hello, this is Marta with Universal Power Tarot, and these messages we bring you here are supposed to encourage, elevate, and empower you guys. Hi Aqua, how are you? I hope everyone is safe and well. And yeah, thank you so much for all your likes, your shares, your subscriptions, and your beautiful, beautiful comments. I really appreciate those. If you would like to win the 20-minute free private reading with Spirit and myself, simply drop something in the comments and say that you would like to win it. Otherwise, we don't know. And by the way, Spirit is doing the picking. I am not involved in the picking at all, so please don't write any emails and begging me for readings because it's not in my hands, okay? So save yourself that time and just write something in the comment section, all right? So, yeah, and also, of course, I'm available for private readings, and please, if you would like one, first of all, you can find all the information down in the caption box below. It's very healing, it's very clarity bringing, very high view of things, channeling coming in, so it's really well worth it. If you're interested in all the details are down below in the caption, and please write me an email if you would like one of those. Otherwise, I don't know. Okay, so I already pre-shuffled all of your cards, my friends, and we're gonna hop in. We have two guardian angel cards, wow, out already for you here. One I'll read here, and the other one I'll read over on Vimeo and our Patreon for your extended. It's a general reading. Please only take what resonates and leave the rest behind, Aquarius, because that means it's for somebody else. It's not gender specific, nor is it time specific. So please just go with your gut feeling. When the title resonates with you, yeah, you may want to watch it because there may be a message in it for you. Wow. We don't see 3 cards, but we see 1 card. Funny. Okay, that's it. Yeah, good. So, yeah, just please go with your gut, right? Not so much by sign. Not on this channel. Although you can, it's up to you, right? I'm just saying. So, yeah. And of course, the messages can be a bit triggering because they're for personal and spiritual growth. All right. Just saying that also. Oh. And by the way, I take pictures of your readings here and post them over on Instagram, as well as your extended and the title for the extended. So that is very interesting if you would like to check that out. Universal Power Tarot over on Instagram. Okay? So, higher view, my friends. Just like I said, usually I don't have an intro where I really put out there that the readings, the private readings, and also those healings are healings, readings are healing, and or hold healing energy because they're channeled energy, right? And the higher view of things are really set at this time, so there you go. And that's exactly that. So some of you may even realize like healing capacities enhance, like energies enhancing within your bodies here, Aquarius. I can really feel it. So, and the higher view may come in stronger, and that may surprise you, especially about the past is what I'm getting here, because this card is facing outward, the reading. So it's like new ideas may start to spring from your mind, and these ideas are not really your own, but they're, of course, intuitive nudges, yes, your own, but also, of course, your higher self that is coming through. Also could be ancestors, sacred ones, spirit animals, anything that wants to communicate with you, to get you to understand the higher view, the higher perspective, especially about things in your past, because I think they may be blocking you here in some form or capacity, like your past still haunting you in one form or the other. Of course, there's also with the wands, there's a call for action, right? Because it's not enough to just realize it, although that shift in perspective and perception may already be enough to trigger you into action, because then we just all of a sudden see things different and it becomes easier because of that shift. It's much like, wow, and then it's shifted, and with that the whole reality shifts, and with that you start moving. It's effortless movement. It's not so much action you have to do, not like that. It's much like you're gonna start to move anyways. It's much like, you know, those dolls that you put like a key to the back and just screw it a little bit and then they start to walk. It's much like that. It's information that is given, meaning the key, and then screwing. I don't know how you call that specifically, but I'm sure you know what I mean. It's not screwing, I know that, but I don't know the right word. So it's like with the key turned around, key turned around, oh my god. Key turn around and you all of a sudden started walking. It's like being charged because of that information that you're receiving, and it's just like, wow. Aquarius taken off in a certain direction, right? And now they want me to read the guardian angel card, and it says judgment. Let go of your fear of being judged. You are good enough, Aquarius. You are good enough, Aquarius. It is time to release all that you have kept safely locked away in your heart. Your true essence and potential have been restricted by structure and method for long enough. There is no right or wrong way. Just be you. Oh yeah, Aquarius, yes. And it's interesting that they came through with the image of the key, because safely locked away in your heart. And that image can also be reversed about the other way, because this is again about perception, and I'm now starting to get headachy, like my whole side here. My God, that's not very comfortable. I never had a migraine, thank God, but it kind of feels like that. Although I don't know what that feels like, but it's more strong. It's a lot more. It would knock me down if I felt that entirely. I would have to lay down. So that whole side here. And that's exactly that. That's your body coming through to you to let you something know. Oh my God, there's so much tension there now that I can feel, and that's also involved in that. So much tension just from trying to hold that all in, because do you know how much energy you need to hold that in, which is also why the other thing, as soon as the information comes in, it's going to release that, and it's just going to make you, it's going to be effortless, because when you carry so much dead weight or so much weight with you by trying to hold it all in, when you should let it shine and let it out, right, Aquarius? Then that's exhausting. It's just like, oh, I just want to lay down and do nothing at all. And so it's tiring, right? Really tiring. So yeah, just be you. Okay, easier said than done. Definitely easier said than done. All right, let me see. And I'm now getting my ear, my right ear. So you may also have something with your ear. Yeah, and then, like I said, with the Eight of Rods, that's taken off really fast. That's exactly that. And that's more wands, more action. But this is effortless this time. It's not, again, new perception. And the same thing works and is true. Again, what I wanted to say earlier with that same figure, that where the key is being turned around and then starts to walk, it's much like being indoctrinated with certain information, or with certain ideas, and walking a different way. It's much like that, and just going off. But that's in the negative sense. And the positive sense would be that key turn around and you start to walk, because you start to reframe your past and anything that has happened to you in the past, and all the how do you say, all the thoughts. This is about thinking patterns as well. And we also have later on the Nine of Swords, which is completely thinking pattern, right? So yeah, really fast movement, this time in the right direction, away from the past, finally. Away from the past, and super fast towards the future. Yeah. Oh, wow. You have the Wheel of Fortune. Exactly. That's the fool's journey that is coming to completion here, right? A cycle that is being closed out. And the snake is biting her own tail, or its own tail. That is to say, whenever one cycle ends, a new one starts. Okay? Yeah, and there's a lot that happened in that one cycle. Oh my goodness. So this must have been a longer cycle, at least 1 year, at least. If not, we could be talking about your whole life, a cycle like this being closed out here. Highly prosperous though, reaping what you have sown. And what I feel here is that you have tried to get away from that and out of that situation and out of those thinking patterns for a long time, for a really long time. And you invested and you put in a lot of work. And the only thing that is holding you back right now are your thinking patterns, your thoughts about yourself and about what others may think of you, just as we heard with the judgment card, right? The fear of being judged. What may other people think of me? And you'd be so surprised, Aquarius, how they don't do that. Of course some do, but what do you care, really? What others think of you? Why is this so important? Especially, and why would you want to hang with those people anyways, right? And I know this doesn't sound like very oneness kind of a thing, but I'm trying to make a point here. It's just like some people just don't go together, and that's fine, right? It's chemistry, and it's also an understanding of things, and that is fine. That is totally fine. We don't have to condemn them. They don't have to condemn us. But it's really in that understanding you don't want to hang with those people anyways. Why do you try to get their approval? And the real freedom, because this is a mental prison, being mentally imprisoned by your own thoughts, and these can drive us crazy, especially when it's like a reoccurring thing over and over again, right? So you need to write those down and really like be clear what is repeating in your mind, who is doing the judging, because ultimately this never happens on the outside, or rarely. This is just hundreds of times a day in our own mind. So we're doing it to ourselves. This is really quite cruel towards ourselves. This is not very self-love. So the antidote to that one is write down your thoughts. Like take a day, reassess. Really take that time. You're worth it. You're absolutely worth it, Aquarius, to write that down, figure out what that is, find the turnaround for these thinking patterns, for those thought patterns. And then, my friends, we have the Ace of Rods with a new beginning, with a transformation here. This is also an offer from Spirit here. And again, we can see these when I pointed these out, these little sproutlings here, they're reoccurring here in this picture. So it's really like it already started. Spirit already planted the seeds, right? With that information that came in for you, or that is coming in currently for you, could also be depending on where you are. And it is sowing the seeds for an incredible transformative process here. Yeah. And much contrasted towards, again, towards the mind, towards the thinking patterns. And then this is action. This is no more thinking. It's not so much involved. This is being in flow, right? It's also very passionate, like really standing in that. Owning your own self, owning your uniqueness here, Aquarius, right? Instead of being worried like, oh my God, what are they going to think? And I'm really trying to express it because this is so important to get, because there's so much freedom in it, okay? That's why I'm stressing it so much. So thinking patterns. Oh my God, what are they going to think? Are they going to be my friend still? What is my boss going to think when they find out? And maybe they don't even have to find out. But it's all those things that are running. And if we don't put a stop to it, and you have to do this yourself, everybody does. There's no one that's going to come and save us here from ourselves and from our minds and from our thoughts. So really you have to invest here, and maybe you have invested in that area, but this is a call to invest in it a bit more and really look into it, because our thoughts do affect our reality a great deal. All right? Okay, cool. There's also something about orange and like dark orange and yellow. So that would be the sacral chakra and the solar plexus chakra here. Yeah, the solar plexus being the portal to our inner identities, but also to our creativity and to our joy in life. And the sacral chakra, that's about sexuality and healthy sexual expressions and many other things as well. So if you're interested, look that up, and if you feel that calls you. And the Ace of Rods is, of course, steamy and passionate also. So there may be something in there for some of you about exploring what healthy sexuality really is. What else do you have for Aquarius? Thank you. Thank you. Woo! Wow. Spirit animal stuff here for sure. You have the owl, the wolf, and the stag. Absolutely. There's a lot about manifestation going on right now. throughout the signs I've done so far in November. A lot of manifestation power, so these must be increased here. This is why we need to learn how to control our minds, or how to control our thoughts and become aware of them, because you need to be the master of this, right? You need to be, especially when you have a card like the shaman. That's huge power. So you do hold huge power. Yeah, and that's right underneath the mind, like the Nine of Swords, which is, or can denote fear and anxiety, right? But that's caused by your thinking mind exclusively. So we have the Stag as your next card with the number 8. Highly successful. Again, this is, the Stag is like the protector of the forest. And it's also, see this, the tree of life. The deeper the roots, the higher you can go up. They also say the deeper the wound, the deeper, like the deeper rooted we can become into the earth, into purpose, into being, if that makes any sense. Like the deeper the wound, the deeper the gift, kind of a thing, right? The deeper we go, because the deeper we can go, the deeper our ability to go. And this doesn't have to be just one lifetime. This can be spread out and spanned out over many lifetimes that we work on things. There's something about talismans, like the sword, or I don't know how you call these swords, like daggers, as talismans. Maybe some of you have them or use them in rituals. Definite leadership position, and a guardian, definitely a guardian to the secrets of life. A guardian to the secrets of life. Now this could be yourself either, because remember, this is a general reading, right? Or we could really be talking about either yourself, or talking about a spirit guide of yours, but very strong in the capacity to protect what's behind it, to protect the feminine energy, the divine feminine energy here, which is the nature, which is, could be you internally as well, right? The divine feminine, that which would like to express creativity. And we have as your next card out the King of Stones with the wolf. And I just love wolves. They're so cool. They're such cool animals. They can go by themselves. And I'm immediately thinking about Lila Lot. I don't know if you're watching this. Hi, if you are, with your beautiful comment. And yeah, thank you for that. That was amazing. Where she just said she was going to retreat for a while. And then we came to the wolf pack, where like when... basically when the lone wolf wants to go by themselves, the pack will still be there, right? And waiting for the lone wolf's return. And I'm kind of reminded of this. It's also howling at the moon. If you feel like howling at the moon, howl at the moon. This is self-expression, right? This is having no fear of being judged, what others have to say, jumping into the cold water, even if it means you have to go by yourself for a while, because trust that your true wolf pack, your true tribe will be there, even if you feel like you haven't found them yet. Trust that they will come to you at the right time. Trust, and also trust, Aquarius, that this one, when they're going into hermiting mode, that this is for their highest good, and this is because it's necessary in the process, okay? Wow, I love this. And again, some of you could have the wolf as a spirit animal. I'm very curious to take this over to the extended and see whatever else wants to show up. We have 3 more Wildwood Tarot cards here that are waiting on interpretation. And I'm going to draw more Oracle cards over there to get more advice from Spirit on how you can deal with your situation best here, what the advice is. Link down below in the caption, as well as the description box. Caption, that's the same, as well as the comment section. Also, again, if you would like to inquire about a private reading, find all the information down below if you would like to get some more clarity and just a personal view on things. Okay, my friends, I really hope this was helpful and or insightful to you. Please like, share, and subscribe if you feel so inclined. And much, much love. I'll either see you over there or next time. Bye, guys.